For this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to use the simple present tense and why it's important to know. The simple present tense is a verb tense in English grammar that is used to describe actions, events, or situations that are general truths, habitual, or factual in nature, or ongoing situations. It is used to talk about things that happen regularly, as well as general truths or characteristics. In the simple present tense, the verb remains in its base form for all subjects except for the third person singular, where s or es is added to the verb. To ensure correct grammar, it's important to note sentence structure. Let's look at positive statement sentences structure. To form a positive statement, we need to place the subject first, then the base form of the verb, followed by the object. Now I'm going to show you some examples. I work in an office. I is our subject, work is our verb, and then office is our object. Let's look at another example. You play the guitar. Note our sentence structure. You is our subject, play is our verb, and guitar is our object. He goes to school. He is our subject, goes is our verb, and school is the object. Now for negative sentences and its structure. For negative sentences, the sentence structure is the same except that we add do not or doesn't before the base form of the verb. It's important to note that we add do not or don't before the base form of the verb for all subjects except for the third person singular, where we use doesn't before the base verb. I'm going to show you the same sentences as before, but this time in the negative form. I don't work in an office. You don't play the guitar. He doesn't go to school. Time to move on to questions, sentence structure. In forming questions, our sentence structure is as follows. We begin with do or does, followed by the subject, then the base form of the verb, followed by the object, and we always end our sentence with a question mark. For most subjects, we use do and does for the third person singular. Let's look at some examples. Do I work in an office? Do you play the guitar? Does he go to school? Now, we're going to have a deeper look at general truths. General truths is used to state facts that are generally true and not specific to a particular time. So, for example, the earth revolves around the sun. It's positive. Does the earth revolve around the sun? This is a question. Now for habitual actions. We use a simple present to talk about actions that are repeated regularly or habits. For example, Tom eats breakfast every morning. Tom doesn't eat breakfast every morning. Does Tom eat breakfast every morning? Permanent situations. The simple present tense describes permanent situations or characteristics. So, for example, she works as a teacher. We also use it for scheduled events. It can describe future events that are part of a fixed schedule. So, for example, the concert starts at 8 p.m. tomorrow. We can also use it for narration and sports commentary. The simple present tense is commonly used in narration and sports commentary to describe events unfolding in the present. So, for example, the protagonist opens the door and enters the room. You can also use it for instructions and directions. So let's look at some examples. First, you open the box, then you take out the contents. So there you have it. Now, just for you to remember, for the third person singular, he, she, it, we add s or es to the base form of the verb. For all other subjects, use the base form of the verb in positive statements. The simple present tense does not necessarily mean the action is happening right now. It can refer to present habits or general truths. And to indicate actions happening at the moment of speaking, the present continuous tense is used. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more videos.